start off by apologizing. My voice is not near as cool as David Bacon's. Very impressive. Yesterday I received an email from Coach Jimmy Allen. Most of you know Coach Allen. He was just congratulating me on this induction. He had several real kind words, congratulations. But he finished it by saying, I remember the time I was sitting there right where you will be standing. It's your day. Drink it all in because it only happens once in a lifetime. He's absolutely right. And hopefully I can make the most of the next few minutes that I have up here. But first, I think I'm just going to drink it in for a couple seconds if you don't mind. Because this is pretty freaking cool. You know, coming out of a small town of Woodson, Texas, I graduated with 7 other people in my graduating class. Count 252. And playing 6-man football, there's not a lot of push to get people from that level, especially at that time, to go on and play college football, or college sports in general. And fortunately, I really didn't care about the status quo. I was pretty stubborn, and I really didn't pay attention much to the norm. And so I just wanted to play ball. And Coach Steve Keenum, who's here today, gave me that opportunity in fall of 1997. Coach, thanks for being my coach. More importantly, thanks for being you. You set the expectation of how a man should act, how he should talk, and you modeled that every day for every one of us that played for you. Even in your actions today, knowing that your son has a game in roughly 24 hours in Seattle, you made a point to be here for me today. And I can't thank you enough for that. You will always be my coach, and I appreciate you, Coach. Now, speaking of coach and coaches, I've got to give a big shout out to one of the toughest dang coaches that I've ever competed for. Yes, ma'am, she pushed me hard. She expected my best, and you made me better than I thought I could ever be. It's an honor to share the stage today with you, Coach Crowder. You're so deserving of this honor and all the accolades that you've already received and the ones that you're going to get. It's such a pleasure to say that I got to run track for you. Even though it was 1 year, I went off and got married. But thank you for being my inspiration to push. Now, I would stand here and thank everybody in here that meant a lot to me, but I was told I only had 5 minutes. And I will do my very best, Sam. But Coach Allen did tell me yesterday it only happens once in a lifetime. So don't blame me too much for that. Wes, John, thank you guys for being here. Teammates of mine, lots of other folks that I either ran track with or worked with or had as educators. Pug back there in the back, you killed me multiple times in aerobics. There are things I don't like Coach Keenum for, that's one of them. Derek and Debbie, my in-laws, I appreciate you guys being here. My brother and his family, Ryder. David talked a little bit about you. I guess this year somebody finally broke your high jump record here. Not much fun when you get old and people start breaking your records. When I left, I was first in receiving yards, reception, and touchdowns. I've only got one of those left, but I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. If you take the record books, they always do them before the season. Get the year when you were still first. Hang on to it. That's what you show your kids. Anything beyond that, it doesn't matter. Okay? My sister couldn't make it here. She's going to be here for the game, and we're going to tailgate a little bit. I do want to thank the committee, those that voted to have me standing up here today, putting me in before she got put in. She did lead her team to a volleyball national championship here at McMurry, and it just puts her in a category that is well deserving of being here. And I never would have heard the end of it had she made it before I did. So, another person that couldn't be here physically today, and but I know for sure is here in spirit and grinning ear to ear right now. And that's my granddad. And I've got this chair down here. When I heard I had a table of 8, I made sure that I had one of those spots reserved and turned around sitting right there in the front row. Because he never missed a single game. He flew to Mississippi. He drove to Sul Ross. He was always there. He knew every player on the team. Most everybody knew him. I believe I recall him getting an autograph for Braxton Shaver on his game program when he broke the record and threw 7 touchdowns against Texas Lutheran. He knew most of the fans in the stands. And 15 years ago we said goodbye, but I promise you one thing. He's sitting right there in the front row, right in that chair, and his chest is swelled up bigger than anybody else in this room. And he wouldn't miss it for the world. So I'm sure glad I had a spot for him for today. Someone else who wouldn't miss this and hasn't missed a thing in my life is a fellow Hall of Honor member. And I recall in 1994 sitting in this room all dressed up, thinking I was a big shot in middle school. And now I'm able to join you in this group, in this very special elite group, Mom. I can't express in words how proud I am to be your son. And I want to thank you for everything you've ever done for me. Johnny as well. Finally, I want to move along to the most special people and the most special person in my life. Cooper, Case, Kinley. Your dad wasn't really that bad back in the day in football. But you already know that because we've been through many game films and highlight videos. And you've definitely heard me say that once or twice. I'm proud of all 3 of you guys. And I can't wait to watch the amazing things that you're going to do in your life. And I love you guys, and I love being your dad. So finally, Deidre. She told me to put about 70-80% of my speech toward her. I wish I could put into words what you have meant to me over the last 18 years. You've been my biggest fan in sports, my career, and my life. And I recall one day, I believe it was my junior year against Cisco, and Chris Rogers broke a play, and I was the receiver that wanted to hit people. And that wasn't a very smart decision because this old boy was big. And I put him down. And concussion pretty much put me out the rest of that day. Doc pretty much said, y'all need to stay with this guy and don't let him go to sleep today. So one of my friends, Andrew Cox, drugged me into this room because there was a dance going on that night. I had conversations out at Wes's cabin with people that I do not recall from that day. But at that dance, I remember one thing. And I remember you dancing around in a camo hat out on the dance floor when I was all woozy and still not knowing what was going on. And my only thought was, I need to get to know that lady better. McMurry has brought me a lot of happiness. But more importantly, McMurry brought me you. I love you, and I'm glad to share every day with you. And I'm so happy that you're here with me today. This is truly an honor, and I just congratulate everybody that's able to share this moment with me, and those that have gone before us, those that will go after us. Thank you to the university, Sam. This is definitely once in a lifetime